What is good people? Welcome back to the Modern Man Africa YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be going through another article that I found of some poor guy in South Africa that's going through one of the most budget-busting, bank-breaking divorces in the country right now. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Title: Husband fed up with wife milking him. A divorcing husband told the court that he is now totally cash-strapped following the divorce proceedings, which had lasted for the past 12 years and are still ongoing, and which had cost the parties 10 million rand in legal fees so far. A Gauteng High Court Johannesburg judge commented that the court noted various luxurious expenses in the wife's monthly schedule, which include the cost of a personal trainer at 2,900 rand, hairdressing at 2,300 rand, beautician treatments at 1,100 rand, magazines and books at 350 rand, and perfumes and cosmetics at 3,000 rand. She further needs 3,600 rands a month to eat at restaurants, with a further 1,100 rand for entertainment and a monthly contribution of 3,870 rand for getaways. That's crazy. It's only in the modern era where someone could have all of these outlandish requests when going through a divorce, probably with no intention of paying this sort of extortionate maintenance money ever themselves in their life. The husband turned to the court to have the earlier order of the interim maintenance amount pending the final divorce reduced. The wife, on the other hand, launched a counter application where she asked for the money to be increased. She claimed that she currently had a shortfall each month of approximately 44,000 rand. Well, no wonder you've got a shortfall of 44,000, because you're spending the money on all and sundry that doesn't really matter. I mean, 3,600 rand a month to eat at restaurants. That's crazy. The level of entitlement is through the roof. The court said it seemed that she sought to live a lifestyle of a time long past, a time when the applicant, her husband, had not been dispossessed of his biggest assets and the parties had not spent 12 years litigating and well over 10 million in legal fees. This all over a marriage which, comparatively speaking, did not last that long. The court accepts that the parties may have enjoyed, at worst, a comfortable lifestyle during the course of the marriage. However, the separation of the parties occurred well over a decade ago, and circumstances appear decidedly different to those which are said to have existed pre-2012, before their separation, the judge said. She added that the husband, by all accounts, appeared to be living a comparatively sparse and humble existence, as most men do. This reminds me of that meme or that picture of a guy in his living room with a flat screen TV on the ground and a folding garden chair, and another meme of a blow-up mattress in a guy's room, and it says something like, starting from the beginning. Guys are able to rough it out and do things that need to get done in order to achieve a greater vision and, a long-term goal. It just seems to me that, modern day women are just all about the soft life, hey? All they want is just easy come, comfort, and nothing really difficult that will challenge their, royal comfort, if you will. The respondent and minor are at this stage going to have to tighten their belts too. To emphasize the gravity of the matter of the acrimonious divorce dragging on, the judge commented that the couple's only child was 5 when the divorce summons was issued. She has just turned 17. She has spent almost her entire childhood within the stress, tension, and animosity of high conflict divorce proceedings. And this is a really good point by the judge. At some point, the mother, who's making all of these exorbitant and over-the-top claims, needs to take a long, hard look at the child that she's raising and stop to consider the effects that this will have on that kid. I mean, the way that this child is going to navigate through breakups and relationships and everything else in this child's life will be seen through the prism of this divorce, this is going to shape how that child sees the world and how it navigates through difficult situations. And by the looks of things, this mother is not setting up this child for success. In fact, quite the contrary. This child is being set up for failure, because going forward, everything that has got the slightest bit of tension is going to result in long, drawn out, bitter conflict, which is what this child is being taught right now. The husband, in asking to pay a reduced amount of interim maintenance, said he had to sell a lot of his assets in order to maintain his wife and child and to keep up with his legal fees. He said he was in fact financially so down and out, he is now representing himself in these legal proceedings. He also had to move from their Houghton home to an 11,000 Rand a month rental apartment. While the wife and child are still living in Houghton, he said he had to sell the property and offered to pay for similar accommodation for them as his own. Sounds fair enough to me, but the wife will accept nothing less than rented accommodation costing at least 30,000 Rand a month.
Aye, boo.
Although the court was told she owed millions in legal fees, and while her husband is facing the court himself, she still has the services of a senior attorney and a senior advocate. Apart from asking for an increase in maintenance, she also wants her husband to contribute towards her legal fees. Judge D'Souza Spagnoletti said the trial in the divorce action is currently with no end in sight after 17 days of evidence. With the manner in which the divorce has played out, the probability exists that by the time it is finalized, there will simply be nothing left to fight over. Exactly. This is something that's lost on the mother here, who's trying to milk the father for everything that she can get. It's this weird mentality that most modern women have, that they would rather rule over the smoldering ashes of a post-apocalyptic wasteland than to live in relative comfort and mediate and meet in the middle and come to some sort of a compromise. This is what happens when you operate out of a place of emotion rather than logic. While the husband said he is in dire financial straits and that there had been a material change in his circumstances since the first maintenance order against him was issued in 2012, the wife claimed that he is a man of extensive means. But that doesn't mean you must use up all this man's means. It doesn't mean that you must try your luck and roll the dice at the casino that is the justice system during divorce proceedings and try make out with a jackpot. I mean, it's crazy to me. It's weird to me that this is an avenue that modern women are able to sustain and fund their lifestyles with almost zero consideration for the long-term effects that this will have on the spouse financially. Another judge earlier ordered that the husband also had to contribute 3 million Rand towards his wife's legal fees. But the husband now said that he is in no financial position to settle the 3 million Rand order and had no liquid assets nor any ability to access such enormous sums of money. The judge says it was recognized by the court that the husband was not living the life of a king. She ordered that he pay 28,000 Rand a month in maintenance pending the divorce and up to 18,000 Rand a month for new accommodation for her. The court said that if she chose to move into a more expensive home, she had to fork out the difference herself. Well, you damn right she does.
You're goddamn right.
I mean, I don't get why this was even a question to begin with. How are these things calculated to begin with? How is it not fair to think to yourself, okay, well, this man's resources have limits to them, and therefore we need to consider that when issuing these interim maintenance orders. It's crazy to me, absolutely wild, that, this man still has to pay after paying so much and being on the hook for so much. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
All right, gentlemen, that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What would you do in this sort of situation? If you ever find yourself getting married and subsequently getting divorced, what would you do? What would be your Hail Mary? I'd love to hear it, because it's from where I'm sitting, it just seems like marriage is looking like a worse and worse deal with each passing day. Don't forget to hit that like and the subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you haven't already, so you know when the next one comes out. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.